This is the Brave New Coin Crypto Conversation, hosted by Andy Pickering.
Hi everyone, Andy Pickering here. I'm your host and welcome to the Crypto Conversation, a Brave New Coin podcast where we talk to the people building the future in the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency space. My guests today are Benjamin Schlartman and David Lee Rota. I believe these two gentlemen are the co-founders of NFT Butler. Welcome to the show, Benjamin and David.
Yes, thank you so much.
It is a pleasure. So I think you guys are from Switzerland. You're based in Switzerland, and is that correct?
Yes, exactly. We are based in Switzerland, in Lucerne and in Basel and Zurich, basically.
Excellent. Nice. Well, it's a pleasure to talk to you guys. So just before we start to learn about what NFT Butler is, this is quite a fascinating product. I've been looking at it a little bit today, but I'd love to just get a little bit of background on you both. So, for example, I can see in David's product, David's bio, it says that he is a product guy and was a Dungeons and Dragons dungeon master for 12 years, which is very fascinating to me. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons, but man, it was a long time ago, listeners, and I certainly was not a dungeon master for 12 years. So just let's take it in turns, gentlemen. Please just share anything interesting that you wish from your backstory in the lead up to working together with NFT Butler. We'll do you first, David. Hello.
Hello. So Benny and I, we know since kindergarten. You know, the last 20 years, we actually never managed to work together. We always dreamed of doing it. And our paths after kindergarten somehow divided. And I went the business route and, worked in a lot of startups, made my business major and, got some experience as a product owner in different tech companies and, for e-commerce startups. And but we were always gamers, so spending the nights in Discord and as you said, or spending the nights playing Dungeons and Dragons. But since a year, this shifted a little bit, and we are now spending our nights in Discord, but not gaming, but building NFT tools, and that brought us together again.
Nice. Makes sense to me. And please excuse David's microphone, listeners. Hope you were able to follow along there. What about you, Benjamin?
Yes, so I was always a gamer, and we met in kindergarten, Dave and I, as you already told, and in school we had a nice time together. We spent our breaks, talking about video games and Diablo and Warcraft like 20 years ago. Dave went down the business route and I went down the tech and IT route. So I worked for 12 years as a IT system engineer, security engineer and automation engineer for one of the biggest tech companies here in Switzerland. And I was just finally able to do my last step and quit my day-to-day job. And I'm now fully dedicated to work on our startup company, Edelverse GmbH here in Switzerland. And we are building NFT tools, Discord bots, and NFT Butler, which is an NFT trading tool in this space. And it's really awesome. It reminds me, of the early days of gaming, having those Discord communities together and collaborate with each other. We are working very closely with our community when it comes to new feature requests. Yeah, and it's just awesome. It's like a game in real life for me.
Oh, well, that's excellent, Benjamin. I can certainly hear the excitement in your voice as you talk about NFT Butler. So I think then it'd be useful if you could give us the kind of the high level summary and vision of what NFT Butler is.
Sure, yes. So NFT Butler is a full-fledged trading tool for NFTs. And its basic use case is it lets you do offers or bids on OpenSea, about 6,000 bids per hour on any collection on OpenSea. So it provides liquidity into the NFT market by providing these bids, and people who are in need of liquidity or want to sell their NFT quickly, they can accept those bids to get immediate wrapped Ethereum, basically. And you usually put those bids like 30 to 40% below the floor price, either just to grab some NFTs at the best price possible and hold on to them because it's from your favorite project, or maybe a gaming NFT which you would like to use in game somewhere, but you would just like to grab it a little bit cheaper. Or a lot of our customers are also using it just to do 50 to 80,000 bits a day, and then hopefully grab some of those NFTs for half the price to do a quick profit by listing them later on and selling it for double the price.
Yeah, that's interesting, Benjamin. So I've any listeners who own NFTs will be very familiar with this phenomenon. I certainly see it myself. You have whatever NFT it is, and a lot of the time the bids that you will get will be, as you say, 30 to 40% below the floor price, and they come in. They're always there, these bids, and they come from essentially bot-based platforms and products like NFT Butler, but they do serve they serve a purpose as well, because as you say, sometimes people, for whatever reason or another, they just do need fast liquidity, and so they kind of there's always a bid there, if you like, for those people, right?
Exactly, yes.
Now, listeners, if you do like the sound of NFT Butler, what Benjamin and David have got cooking, if you like the sound of it and you want to have a go yourself, well, the good news is David and Benjamin have kindly offered listeners of the Crypto Conversation a free weekly trial of NFT Butler, and you can activate that trial through the NFT Butler Discord. Now, Benjamin will tell you all about how to do this. Towards the end of the podcast, I'm just editing this little snippet in here now to say if you do want to activate that trial, get a free weekly trial, and place those bids on all the NFTs that you're looking for. Well, you can do that. And if you want to activate that, just listen to the end of the podcast. That's where all the instructions are. And spoiler alert, I've popped those details into the show notes as well. All right, so just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. Now we'll get on with the rest of the podcast. I see that you had quite an interesting way of opening up access to NFT Butler, right? So talk us through how that works. And as I understand it, maybe I've got this wrong, there's only a certain amount of people that can actually use the product at any one time. Is that correct, or have I got that wrong?
No, that's correct. So since we are in the NFT space and also providing, proper IT services with Swiss quality in the NFT space, we thought, let's also
Wait, Benjamin, I need to stop you. Could you say that again? Did you say what did you say? You're Swiss quality? I love that. Please explain what you. Are we building watches here, guys? What are we? Please explain what you. That's fascinating, Benjamin. Please.
Yes, sure. So since when we started in December building tools in the NFT space, we saw there were a lot of scammer and shady tools around in the space. So we thought, let's build proper IT services with a nice and handy user interface, which are actually working and stable, and also making sure to take care about security. So our main concern is always security, making sure all your private details stay encrypted on your client side only, and we really want to provide high quality Swiss services with the best data regulatory laws, and just making sure everything runs smooth. We provide proper support in our Discord server. We're always there for our customers. So, I was working in Swisscom, the biggest IT provider here in Switzerland, and our best selling point is really a good customer support and making sure everything is up and running 24/7. So that's our goal also with our services.
Yeah, so this is not just a dodgy sniper bot that is built by some dodgy kid somewhere, and they're trying to sell it on the underground market or anything like this. This is NFT Butler. It is built in Switzerland with Swiss quality. I like it, Benjamin. So sorry I interrupted you, but bring it back to how it works in terms of how people could first get access and what the user limit is, how many people can have access to NFT Butler at any one time, and how indeed they do get access.
Yes, sure. So we have actually minted our software license as an NFT. So we have designed a nice looking penguin in a Game Boy-like artwork, which is, floating through the universe. So that's our software license. It can be found on OpenSea directly. The collection is called NFT Butler. And we have minted 1,000 software licenses, or lifetime licenses, basically. And there will never be more than those 1,000 software licenses. So if you buy one of our software licenses, it's also an investment, and you can resell this software license at any point in time. And we will not sell more than 300 licenses this year, and we are planning maybe to sell another 200 licenses next year. So that's basically how we distribute those licenses. And we look at them like shares at our company. So we started to sell them cheaper in the beginning, since those were our early investors when the product did not have that many features. And now we are increasing the price step by step. We are currently at the floor price of about 1 ETH.
So if someone wanted to get access to NFT Butler at the moment, they would simply, what would they do? They would go to OpenSea, they would search the NFT Butler, and they would just purchase that NFT for around 1 ETH at the moment, and boom, they're in.
Exactly. So you purchase our software license. So instead of typing a long code of numbers and letters, you will basically have a nice and fancy NFT sitting in your wallet. Then you join our Discord server. You verify your NFT with your wallet in our Discord server with the collab lamp bot, as it's used by most projects. And then you get immediately the lifetime member role, which will grant you access to all our tools in our Discord server, to the lifetime member chat, and also to the client. So you can download it then, and you will actually log in with your Discord account to our application, and which will basically verify if you have the required roles in our server. And if you have, then you can start creating tasks and bidding on OpenSea directly. It really takes you maybe 5 to 10 minutes to set everything up and start bidding.
Nice. And so how does it work? Because NFT trading, well, like any trading, there are different approaches, right? It can be very much a solo mentality, right? It's kind of you against everyone else, kind of adversarial trading. But of course, there are trading teams and groups and partnerships with little groups of people that kind of share alpha and help each other. So I guess I'm just interested in kind of how the community works in the Discord. Do people sharing strategies and trying to work together? Is it a collaborative community? What's the approach in Discord?
Yes, this was actually very surprising. So when we started working with our community, we also thought, okay, no one is going to tell his secrets, and everyone wants to be on the best collection and do the best flipping. But it's completely the opposite. So we have a lovely community which on a daily basis discuss the latest trading strategies, come up with new ideas. can we look out for to maybe have a little bit a better chance than the others to get those bits accepted? What is the psychology of people selling their NFTs? What are some metrics to find out which can be the next NFT which will be accepting a bit? And we also have also coded a lot of tools in Discord. So we have coded a lot of Discord functions and bots, which will actually help you to find some good collections to do bits on. So there are thousands of already. There is plenty of fish in the sea. And for example, we scan the 1,400 biggest collection on OpenSea every hour and provide some stats in a channel in Discord, which are telling what is the current floor price of this collection, where is the current bid level, so what are other people currently bidding at, what would be the overbid level if you want to outbid other people, and what is your expected profit span from the outbid level compared to the floor price minus the royalties. And also some additional, like how many sales are going on each collection, is the floor price slightly dropping in the last few days, because from a psychological point of view, if the floor price is slightly dropping, we figured out bids are more likely to be accepted because people are maybe a little bit more fearful. So we provide a lot of tools, to actually help newbies to find their way into NFT trading. And our community is really broad. We have people who are doing NFT bidding and NFT trading for months, and we have others who are just new. They come in our community, they get on board, they get some tips from our members, and they just start pumping out those bits. And some of them have had success in the first few days and made maybe, I don't know, several $100 a day. So sometimes it's dry, right? It's really a numbers game. So maybe on average, I get a bit accepted on about 10,000 bits. And then maybe I'm lucky again and I get a lot of bits accepted and then nothing for 3 days. It's really a numbers game. And sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not.
Yeah, well, and that was exactly what I was going to ask next, Benjamin, and that's a good way of describing it, I suppose. It is a numbers game. You got to be in to win. But if you want to get from an NFT buyer's perspective, if you're bidding significantly below the floor price, then any other insights you can kind of share around that numbers game? You said you'd probably have to place around 10,000 bids, and you might get one or two of those accepted. Is that roughly right?
Yes, exactly. That's roughly right. It depends a lot on the history of a collection.
Sure.
And I think the sweet spot for me, at least, is about profit span between 0.05 and 0.1 ETH. Currently bidding on collections between 0.2 and 0.5 floor price.
Yeah.
Then I'm aiming for this of about 0.05 to 0.1, because that's still a decent profit, about $100 to $200, but it's not too far from the floor price. So, that people feel rocked, basically, just screwed over when they accept my bids.
Yeah, of course. And how would you characterize the market at the moment, Benjamin? So obviously, I think it's fair to say that the NFT market has cooled off significantly certainly since the beginning of the year. Of course, there's no surprise there. Crypto market is kind of, it's tanked a little bit, as have all global financial markets at the moment. It's just the way the economy has turned. That's the way the world is at the moment. And it's no different. Well, it's slightly different in NFTs. I feel like, I'm sure you have a slightly more nuanced view, Benjamin, but the blue chip collections certainly have held up surprisingly well. I imagine at the kind of the other end of the market, there are some collections just lose all interest in floor price very quickly and will never recover. But yeah, how would you characterize the NFT market at the moment?
I think we are pretty lucky. All the currencies crashed really strong in the last few weeks, but I think the market has had its dip, but pretty good. So we can still see trading going on the NFT space. We usually also fill collection for some criteria to make sure we own collections which are still traded. So key metrics is we only bid on collections which have at least 20 sales on a daily basis. And if this sales count below 10, we usually stop bidding just to make it accepted. You can also sell it rather quickly. And in general, NFT Butler is the perfect tool in a bear because people are more fearful and maybe they are in need of liquidity and are more likely to accept your bids. We were actually able to do more trades in this bear market because there is more fear around. You just need to be a little bit more careful. So maybe calculate a little bit more profit. The floor price might be dropping in the next few hours and keep your bids short. So when bidding with NFT Butler, you can choose how long you should stay active. And you can choose this value to be maybe 2 or 4 hours and then just configure your task to run again. So, and also do the bids relative to the current floor price. So just make sure to renew your bids every few hours to make sure you're staying up with the current floor price, and then just roll those bids and flip those NFTs. So it has been a few very good weeks for me, to be honest.
Well done to you, Benjamin. And David, let's bring you in. Any thoughts from you on how you would characterize the current NFT market?
So I will also say that for NFT traders like us, it's an opportunity. We definitely profit from the whole fear in the market, and as long as you pick collections with volume and enough trades, you're on the safe side. But I also want to add that the risky thing for you, that a floor price might be dropping very fast, is also something that we address with new features that are coming soon, like the auto unwrapping of should a floor price too fast. That's like a safety feature that keeps you safe when prices drop, so you don't get half bids that you actually don't want to do, and also the automatic selling. So we are building in now a feature that as soon as you got the NFT, we will directly sell it again, with some pre-configured pair, and that will also reduce the time while you're holding the NFT and reduce the risk rate.
Yeah, that very much makes sense. Thank you, David. Well, look, gentlemen, as we finish off this part of the podcast, look, I'd just invite both of you to, any closing thoughts, anything else you want to share in terms of NFT Butler and, I suppose the product roadmap, anything you can hint at that is coming up that you're looking forward to roll out for your community and potential new NFT traders who are looking to get involved with NFT Butler.
Okay, awesome. So we have been building NFT Butler now for 3 months. So we produced the first proof of concept last December, but the first product on the market was released in February, and we have already come up with a lot of features since then. So we started with the basic bidding. We have then incorporated the outbid. So when you're running a collection, you will automatically outbid other people in a price which you can specify, so relative to the floor price. And the last big feature we have incorporated is basically a statistics. So you're now also always a transparency are active, on which wallet, on which collection, any, and on what range. So we will certainly expand direction that you can see more stats about collections and your wallets, and what tasks are currently doing, and also automating the whole process of looping tasks that will automatically renew your bits every few years. And then, as Dave already said, automatically listing those NFTs if you want at the specific price point relative to the floor, and maybe also based on their traits.
And in general,
In
general, we can say that there will always be a gap of what OpenSea offers and what needs. And I think the long-term vision and role of us as a service provider is that we fill these gaps. So we'll always, look out for where can automation help, where is some, use case not perfectly fulfilled by OpenSea, and we'll try to fill these.
Exactly, yes. And the other area which you already described, Dave, is really these safety features. So we want our users to be in full control of their bits, define their tasks. They will be able to specify how many bits do they want to be accepted as a maximum. And Butler will automatically make sure if you maybe got NFTs of a collection, make sure all your other bits are acceptable anymore, or if the floor price is dropping, that you will automatically your wrapped Ethereum to make sure your bits can't get anymore. So, a lot of these features just to make sure your NFT bidding and trading game is perfectly safe and you can earn money with it.
And Benjamin, I'm curious, do you look at NFT trading as purely a trading game, and that your primary goal is just to acquire more ETH and build up your ETH stack, or are there some collections that you kind of have a more of a sentimental pull towards, shall we say, that you actually want to collect and hold for a longer time? And are there some NFT communities that you engage with and you play whatever the meta game is of that particular NFT collection, if that makes sense?
Yes, definitely. So I do both. I do bidding on some collections which I already know for weeks or months, but just for the purpose of flipping, because I know there is a lot of trading going on these collections. And I have other NFT collections which feel drawn to by heart. So these collections, I also go higher with the bits to make sure I stay on top with the main target, flipping them immediately, because I know for me this is a good long-term investment, and I'm just trying to catch them a little bit below the floor and mill them later at a higher price. Yeah. And this worked very well for me as well. Those collections going since maybe a year. I feel the community. I know what's going on. I know when the next feature is coming. So, which gives me an advantage in information, right? I know, okay, in a month, I maybe half of them, and I'm holding on the rest of it because I really love the collection and want to hold to it.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say next, then, Benjamin. So I'd love it if you can share an example of what is a good collection that has high volume trading, I suppose, something that is attractive from a flipper's perspective. You can just get in and out and make small but perhaps consistent profits, and then give me one or two, if you're comfortable sharing, NFT projects or communities that you, as you said, have a more of a heart attraction or feel to, and are really genuinely invested in for the long term and enjoy playing the game.
Sure, yes.
There's one collection that worked very well for Benjamin.
Yes, exactly.
It's his.
To mention this one. So everyone is making fun of it in Discord because everyone knows I flipped hundreds of these NFTs already. It's from the collection Adam Bomb Squad.
Oh yes, I'm familiar.
Familiar, okay. So I flipped 100 of those tokens already. Everyone in Discord is making fun. Should try to flip all of those tokens, and it's a 25,000 tokens. It takes some time to flip every one of it.
Do you have a favorite Atom Bomb Squad? I don't know what you'd call it, but one of the different atoms in those collection that you focus on, or do you just look for whatever you think is good value?
I check everything at this point, but after months of flipping and Bomb Squad, I'm now familiar with, what characters can I sell for your prices, and it's really cool. Keep bidding with NFT Butler, a little bit like when your NFTs after mint are going to be revealed, because you never know what are going to be accepted, and sometimes you are really lucky and you get a very rare Atom for your 20% price bid accepted, and you can sell it for double floor price because
all right. And what about
very rare bombs which everyone wants to buy?
Yeah, so that's a good example of a flipper happy collection, the good old Atom Bomb Squad. And what about something that you're more connected to for the long term?
I'm more connected for the long term with the Crypto Cannabis Club, because I just bought a lot of these already in the beginning when they came out, like mid of last year. And I always, I loved Bob Marley and this chiller community. So I just feel drawn to the community and stuff. So that's one of the collections I'm holding on to for almost, and I'm also bidding on it and keep accumulating more of the Crypto Cannabis Club members.
And David, what about you?
Well, as I'm mostly doing, our core and grow stuff, a lot of the NFTs that I actually bought and still hold, that I have a personal, a history to. So for me, it's maybe, Ninja Alerts or the punks, I met people and I bought it to, to have the NFT when I stage. And, these, if they were not super expensive, it's just they're part of me because I took them on my story, like while commuting courts, and I them, because they my face when I was on their stage, and so got a personal attachment to them. But I'm not. Otherwise, I'm not collecting yet. I'm still waiting for a game or something, the draw completely, and then I might be an addictive collector.
Nice. All right, well, let's go to a very quick break, gentlemen, and then we will come back, see how we go. We'll have some fun. We'll run you through the very famous Crypto Conversation Hot Take Round.
For crypto indices and benchmarking, Brave New Coin's powerful indexing engine can calculate high-frequency intraday and end-of-day indices for a wide range of index products. Brave New Coin's custom indices team delivers experienced consultancy, premium data, and trusted calculation. Contact BNC today to find out more.
And we are back, and I'm with David Lee Rota and Benjamin Schlartman. They are the Switzerland-based founders and makers of NFT Butler, the Swiss-produced, Swiss quality guaranteed NFT product that allows you to place a large amount of automated bids on NFTs on OpenSea. So yeah, just an essential tool for the contemporary NFT flipper, I would imagine. Well, gentlemen, I like to finish each podcast with a quick round of rapid fire crypto conversation hot takes. Are you up for it?
Sure, yes.
That is the right answer. All right. I'm just going to throw a series of questions. I will direct them to you both in turn. I just want a quick, snappy answer, hot take style. No right or wrong way to do this. Yeah, question one is probably a funny one for you guys, but let's go with you first, Dave. Where would you say you sit on the Bitcoin maximalist to multi-chain opportunist spectrum?
I got more and more drawn to the maximalist. How to say the numbers? 60 to 30.
Hey, that is all good. We will take it. Benjamin, what would you say is your firmest conviction NFT opinion?
Oh, that's a hard one. 1 second. I need to translate conviction. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me see if I can translate for you, Benjamin. It means, what is your opinion that you have the most faith in? What do you strongly believe?
No, I got it. Okay. Yes, I think NFTs are gonna conquer the world, and first they are gonna conquer this. And I'm a very passionate gamer since my childhood. I'm looking for all those great gaming NFT collections where I can grab my fingers, and I'm really keen to see, you know, how this is gonna play out in gaming.
Very nice. All right, that makes sense to me. David, Bill Gates famously said we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 2 years and underestimate what we can accomplish in 10. So with that in mind, you know, what is blockchain or NFTs or Web3? What does it look like in 10 years' time, do you think? What kind of products will you be building?
Well, I think in 10 years, everything will have changed, and you know, the ownership of digital goods will be quite as never, you know, pop up totally new questions. You know, like for me, the space is just fixing one very important base world, and having ownership type, you know, and being able to, you know, give exchange for ownership, or you know, hard question.
That's okay. We can keep it moving. It's time to zoom out. Time to get a little bit weird. Benjamin, what do you see as the long-term future for the human race? Do you see dystopia or utopia?
Utopia, but I'm having some hard discussions with my girlfriend usually about this. But I think technology will save the human race, and technology will fix issues we have, and I think a free open monetary network is one of the most important bases for this change for humanity.
Very nice. Makes sense to me. All right, let's finish this off, gentlemen. We'll get an answer from both of you. The final question is, what is your favorite science fiction book, film, or TV show? Benjamin, do you want to go first?
Yes, actually, it's The Matrix.
Nice.
And because I always loved it too, and the NFT space is not far from it, right? With digital property and the metaverse, but I loved it, yes.
Very nice. And David, what's your favorite piece of sci-fi?
Well, it's a little bit sad, but it's exactly the same thing. I have Neo hanging in my room, so it's definitely also Matrix. Like, since, you know, the first I heard certain sentences that they changed my life, how I perceive the world, you know, and how I give importance to, you know, subjective reality. So it's also the matrix.
Awesome. Can't argue with that. And yeah, I think someone asked me this question once, and I'm pretty sure that I also opted for the Matrix first film only, of course. But yeah, very happy with that. All right, let's close this out, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Benjamin, do you want to just take us out? Tell the people where they can find you and David on Twitter, if indeed you like to hang out on Twitter, and where they should go to learn more about NFT Butler if they want access to your powerful tools.
Yes, sure. Visit us on nftbutler.io or join our Discord to engage with the community.
And I understand, Benjamin, you guys have got a code that you're willing to share with listeners of the Crypto Conversation. What is this? Is this a discount code or a trial code? How does this work?
Yes, exactly. It's actually both. So all the listeners can get a free weekly trial for NFT Butler by just redeeming the voucher code in our Discord server. And we'll then automatically also get a 15% discount for an NFT Butler lifetime license.
Okay, so this is interesting. So they're going to get a week's worth of use of NFT Butler for free?
Yes, exactly.
And so how should they do that? Just tell people what they need to do to access that free weekly trial.
Just join our Discord by accessing discord.gg/NFT Butler. And then join the channel called Get a Trial. And we have our Discord board sitting there. Just type !redeem and the voucher code in the description, and you will immediately get access for a free weekly trial.
Well, there you go, listeners. You've heard it here. You can get a free week's worth of access to NFT Butler just by following Benjamin's directions there in the NFT Butler Discord. And I think we'll probably put a description in the show notes as well, perhaps even a link to the Discord. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you very much for that, Benjamin.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Sounds good, guys. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. All the best, and bye for now.
Thank you.
All right. There you go. That was Dave and Benjamin, two Swiss gentlemen from Switzerland, and NFT Butler. So, yeah. Pretty cool offer if you want to get, if you're an NFT trader or a wannabe NFT trader, just jump on in and you get a free week's worth of the product. All right, well, that was today's show. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the Crypto Conversation in whatever podcast app you are using. And yeah, we have reached the end. This was the Crypto Conversation for Brave New Coin.